Level 1. The Survey Taker. It starts with a Craigslist post. Earn $200 a week, no experience needed, flexible hours. You respond. They send you a clipboard, a lanyard, and a list of questions. Market research, they say. You stand outside a shopping mall in downtown Chicago. It's Tuesday. It's cold. Nobody wants to talk to you, but some do. Name, age, household income, spending habits. You write it all down with a blue pen. You go home. You enter the data into a Google form. You get paid Friday. It feels pointless. It feels harmless. It isn't. Level 2. The App Tester. 3 weeks in, your supervisor calls you. She says you're detail-oriented. She says they have something better for you. You sit in a fluorescent-lit office on the 11th floor. She slides a phone across the table. We need you to test this app. Use it like a normal person would. You browse, you search, you buy. You don't realize the app is logging every tap, every pause. Every time you read something and scroll back to read it again, the app knows you're anxious about money. It knows you read about divorce lawyers at 2 a.m. It knows you searched how to get out of a bad situation 6 times this month. You hand the phone back. She smiles. You did great. You take home $600 that week. You don't ask questions. Level 3. The Field Observer. Now they put you outside, not with a clipboard, with a camera disguised as a jacket button. Your job is to walk through neighborhoods, record foot traffic, note business types, count how many people enter a store in an hour. You walk through Pilsen, then Bronzeville, then Wicker Park. You're mapping which neighborhoods are about to be redeveloped. You don't know that yet. You just think you're counting pedestrians. But the data you collect tells a real estate algorithm which blocks to target, which families to price out, which communities to dissolve. You eat a $12 sandwich and watch a grandmother hang laundry on her porch. You count her. She becomes a data point. You get $900 that week. You feel weird on the train home, but you go back Monday. Level 4. The Recruiter. They ask you to find more people like you. Normal people, trustworthy-looking people. Your cousin, your college roommate, the quiet girl from your old job. You bring in 4 recruits. You get $300 per head. You train them yourself. You tell them it's market research. You tell them it's flexible and easy. You say what your supervisor said to you, word for word, and they believe you, because you believed it too. Now you're managing a small team. You're making $2,400 a week. You have a work phone now, and a second one they gave you that you're told never to lose, never to update, never to let anyone else touch. You don't ask why. Level 5. The Inside Man. It's a parking garage. 8 p.m. A man in a gray coat shakes your hand. He doesn't give you his name. He hands you a folder. Inside, a list of specific individuals, addresses, daily routines, known associates. Your job is to verify and update their information. You think about asking what this is for. You think about walking away, but you remember your rent, your student loans, your mother's medical bills. You take the folder. You spend 2 weeks tracking these people without them knowing. You learn that one of them is a journalist, one is a union organizer, one is a city council candidate running on housing reform. You don't connect the dots. Or maybe you do, and you just don't say it out loud. You get $5,000 in an envelope, cash, no receipt. Level 6, the profiler. Now they trust you with the real system, a dashboard. It aggregates data from dozens of sources: social media, credit scores, location history, search data, medical app usage, facial recognition from traffic cameras. You can type in a name and within 30 seconds know more about that person than their own family does. You know their fears, their debt, their secrets. You use it first for the targets they give you. Then, one night, out of curiosity, you type in your own name. The profile that comes back stops your breathing. It knows about the protest you attended 3 years ago. It knows you called a mental health hotline in 2021. It knows your sister is undocumented. It knows everything. And you built systems just like this. You stare at the screen for a long time, then you close the tab, and you go back to work. Level 8, the architect. You promote you. You're not a collector anymore. You're a designer. You sit in rooms with people in expensive suits. You help them build better systems, better ways to harvest data without people noticing, better ways to disguise surveillance as convenience. A loyalty card here, a free Wi-Fi hotspot there, a smart home device, a mental health app with a privacy policy nobody reads. You design the questions that sound innocent but extract everything. You design the user flows that make people feel safe while giving everything away. You are very good at your job. You make $180,000 a year. You have a downtown apartment. You have a car you park in a building with a doorman. And every night before you sleep, you think about the grandmother hanging laundry, just for a second. Then you stop. Level 9, the breach. Then it happens. Not a hack, not a whistleblower, an accident. A junior analyst sends an internal file to the wrong email address. The file contains 14 million profiles, including names, including yours. The story breaks on a Thursday morning. By noon, it's on every news channel. By 3 p.m., your photo is being shared online. Not your work photo, your real one, from your personal Instagram, the one you thought was private, the one your own system would have found in 6 seconds. Your phone starts ringing, numbers you don't recognize, then numbers you do. Your recruits, confused, scared, angry. Your cousin calls you screaming, "What did you get me into?" You don't have an answer. Level 10, the unraveling. The lawyers come fast, not to help you, to protect the company. They are very clear. You signed documents. You are liable. You are, on paper, the one who managed field operations. You are, on paper, the one who recruited without disclosure. You are, on paper, the architect of several collection programs. The man in the gray coat? No record of him. The parking garage? No cameras on level 3. Funny that. Your supervisor? She resigned 2 weeks ago. Her LinkedIn now says she works in independent consulting. You sit in a conference room with a lawyer you can't afford, and you realize something cold and heavy and permanent. You were never the collector. You were always the collected. Every move you made, every file you touched, every recruit you brought in, it was all logged on their systems, used to insulate the people above you and dispose of you cleanly when the time came. Level 10, the cycle. You take a plea deal. You lose the apartment. You lose the car. You lose 2 years.
When you come out, you need money, you need work, you need something flexible, something low pressure, something with no experience required. And one afternoon, scrolling through your phone, you see a post. Earn $200 a week, no experience needed, flexible hours. You stare at it for a long time. Your thumb hovers over the screen, and somewhere on the other side